everyone, welcome back to Steins Gate. In the last episode, we found the IBM 5100 and it was a beast of a machine. And it took everything we had and our assistant Makise Krisu to carry it back to the office. It's normally less than a 15-minute walk, but since Krisu kept begging for breaks, it ended up being twice as long. We finally made it. I'm exhausted. If you didn't complain so much about every little thing, we would have gotten here sooner. Right back at you. You stopped to take a break at least 5 times along the way. Brr. That's because I wasn't feeling well. Are you okay? It's just, occasionally my right arm aches, and when it does, dark destructive impulses overcome my soul. Shut up, or I'll tear your peripheral nerve out that arm. Holy crap. Is there something wrong with this girl? Rip out my nerves? That's like something from last year's New Gen incidents. Okay, I'll shut up. Let's bring the IBN 5100 into the lab. The final barrier awaits. We have to ascend this rickety building's narrow staircase. Shouldn't you get your friends to help? You're right. I checked the window. The lab's lights are on. Huh? Part-timer warrior comes out of the Brahm tube shop with perfect timing. If it isn't Okabe Rintaro, what you got there? Want to know? Then I'll tell you. Wait, if you're just going to stand and talk, shouldn't we put the box down first? Yeah, actually, wait. This will only take a second. Well, what is it? What if I told you it's an IBN 5100? No way, you found it? Wow, way to go, Okabe Rintaro. I wish she'd stop calling me by my full name. If she's going to do that, she should at least call me Hoyin Kyoma. Where was it? Ugh, it's heavy. Krisu starts giving in. I'm about at my limit too. Let's put it down. Krisu and I placed it on the ground gently as to not damage its contents. So, where was it? Yanabayashi Shrine. Yanabayashi Shrine? You mean like a Shinto shrine? Yeah. Why was it there? And then suddenly, Suzuha looks at Krisu. Ah! She gasps and then approaches Krisu until they're close enough to feel each other's breath. Yes? Makise Krisu? Yes? For some reason, she stares at Krisu with a frightful intensity. Krisu narrows her eyes in opposition. What's going on here? I can't move a muscle. The air's so thick with tension. What is it? Have I done something wrong? Suzuha turns away, without looking back, disappears into the Brahm tube workshop. Who was that? Now Krisu demands. Shit. She works part-time at the store. Why was she glaring at me? How should I know? Did you do something to make her angry? I've never seen her before in my life. How rude. Krisu picked a fight with me the first time we met too. But that was a hallucination, so I don't say anything. I get Daru and Mayuri to come down and help us, and the 4 of us carry the IBN 5100 upstairs. Good work, everyone! With this, we can fight. Who are you fighting? Sirin. And the system that rules the world. If that's what makes you happy. Happy? I do not desire happiness. Have you forgotten? I am an insane mad scientist. What I desire is chaos. The time machine exists to bring chaos into the world. Never mind. Happiness. You're like a junkie hypersecting beta endorphins. Okarin. I don't want you doing bad things, remember? But wow, I can't believe you found one. You make the impossible look easy. That's why we love you. That's why we I certainly don't admire him. For a moment, there's complete silence. It's all thanks to Mayushi. Mayuri, oblivious as always, puffs out her chest with pride. But I don't miss Kurisu's relieved sigh. She keeps dropping manga quotes. Does this mean what I think it means? Without Mayushi's info, Okarin would still be lost on the streets of Akiba. Mayuri is right. She did well this time. Hehe. Anyway, if it's time for Mayushi to go home. What about you, Chris-chan? Want to go together? Thanks, but I'm gonna stay here a little longer. It looks like Kurisu's interested in the IBN 5100 instead after all. That reminds me, I haven't filled her in yet. Okay, but you should go home before it gets too late. See you tomorrow. Doo-doo-doo. Mayuri waves her hand as she leaves. Now then, Daru. When do you think we can use the IBN 5100 to hack Seren? Well... Daru talks as he plugs in the IBN 5100's power adapter into the wall. He turns the machine on and the power supply begins to make a turbulent noise. Wow, it actually turned on. First, I need to learn how to use this thing. It looks like hooking it up is going to be a pain. It might take a while. I can't play with this thing and search for a server's admin ID at the same time. Alright, prioritize the ID search. If possible, I'd like you to get the IBN 5100 ready to use this month, though. There's still 30 days left this month. It's not like it's going to take that long. That's my super hacka. Well, what? I'm asking for an explanation. What's this about the IBN 5100 and Seren? Allow me to explain. My trusted super hacker, Mr. Daru. It's not super hacker. How many times do I have to tell you? Super hacker, Mr. Daru, has hacked into Seren. Is that okay? Won't they catch you? I wouldn't make a blunder like that. That's not what I meant. As a result, we found evidence that those bastards are researching time travel with the LHC. The LHC. Seriously, we have the evidence, and guess what? The LHC has been in operation for 9 years. What? Really? And they successfully generated mini black holes. No way. Then why haven't they made an official announcement? That's just it. For some reason, those bastards won't announce any of it. That the LHC has been operating for 9 years, that they've successfully created mini black holes, that they're researching time travel. Basically, it's proof that Seren has... Damn, another email. I'll start over. Alright. Basically, it's proof that Seren has something to hide. Can't you just smell the conspiracy? I don't believe in conspiracies, but... If you can prove that what you said is real, then I might be surprised. Seren doing time travel research? But what about the IBN 5100? How is that involved? Steins' database uses another email. There's only one person who could send them that fast. It's that male demon. Didn't I tell her to give it a rest? Sorry, Daru. Please continue the explanation. I excuse myself and open the mail. Just so you know, I check my mail around the clock. You can reply to me anytime you want to. Okay, just please do it. It's a reply to my earlier email. Have you found any leads yet? Nothing at all on my end. I've been to a lot of stores, but none of them had the IBN 5100 on display. Maybe I should have tried asking. Anyways, let me know if you found anything. Did you get my last email? If you did, then please reply, okay? Oh, I know. Let's set a schedule. We'll exchange information at 7 p.m. every day. How does that sound? Doesn't that sound like a good idea? I think it does. Don't... She's so impatient. Kurisu is glaring at me. Better make the reply brief. I got an IBN 5100. Can't lend it to you, but if you want to see it, you can come over to our lab. I don't like this. Don't lie. The address is Shioda Shotokanda. She gonna magically show up, isn't she? I send the email after adding the lab's address and close my phone. So, how far did you get? Up to the point where Steins using IBN 5100 code for their database. So basically, what that means is the only way to decrypt that database is to use an IBN 5100 of our own. How do you know that? I have my sources. I don't drop Teeter's name. I have no doubts this genius girl would laugh if I did. Kurisu puts a finger to her lips in deep thought. Setting the IBN 5100 and such aside, I want to see proof that Steins really doing that sort of research. True, we didn't get any definite proof of Steins' time travel research last time we hacked them. Daru, will it take much longer to find the server admin's account? Actually, I was just thinking about doing that. It shouldn't take more than half a day, I guess. There you go. I'll wait until then. You'll wait? It's already getting dark. Why not go home for tonight and come back tomorrow morning? No thanks. I'll wait. I want to know as soon as possible. Even if it's just a microsecond sooner. That's the spirit. You're already fascinated by the conspiracy. You can't help but want to know what lies at the heart of Steins. If what you guys are saying true, then this isn't something to joke about. Steins, the world's top research institution. If they're doing secret experiments without publishing their results, they're making fools of scientists the world over. That's only if it's true, though. She finishes by emphasizing that point again. Doesn't look like she believes us. Anyway, Daru, I leave it to you. According to Daru's research, the IBN 5100 weighs 25 kilos. For now, we'll leave it on the shelf in the development room. We'll carry the cardboard box to the room, half dragging it. Kurisu follows. Can you show me the phone wave? Indeed, I can. Want to experiment? You haven't been able to send another email to the past yet, right? Do you know why? I can only shake my head. Let's run some tests. Kurisu looks around the development room. Man, you have a ton of junk. It's not junk. Since you're new to the Future Gadget Laboratory, I'll explain. These are the glorious fruits of our science, the Future Gadgets. Future Gadgets 1 through 7 are stored here. The phone wave, which you are already familiar, is gadget number 8. Future Gadgets, huh? Kurisu casually picks up future gadget number 4, Mode Snake, up from the shelf and stares at it. Hey, isn't this a weapon? Future gadget number 4, Mode Snake, designed after Claymore landmine, is an instant humidifier. How confusing. Insert water, turn the power on, and in mere seconds it generates a thick cloud of steam. So it's junk. I thought so. Kurisu sighs and returns Mode Snake to the shelf. I'm borrowing this. Without waiting for a reply, she grabs Daru's never-worn lab coat from the shelf and puts it on gallantly. Whoa! It's just not right without a lab coat. Overcome with emotion, I seize Kurisu's hand and grasp it firmly. Hey! Assistant! You get it, don't you? Get what? Let go! If you're gonna do science, you need a lab coat, right? I told Daru over and over, but he wouldn't wear one. But my assistant is different. She puts it on before I even said anything. I knew you were meant for this, Christina. You're the best assistant a mad scientist could ever ask for. I don't know if that's supposed to be a compliment, or if it's coming off as an insult. Now let go. She shakes off my hand and turns her back to me. I'm giving you that lab coat to commemorate your joining the lab. Don't worry, it's never been worn. Or maybe this fateful encounter between you and that lab coat was decided by destiny long ago. Daughter's not wearing it was just another inevitability. This is the choice of Steins. Shut up so we can start the experiment. Kurisu thrusts both hands into her lab coat pockets and then bends down and looks at the time machine now placed underneath the table. The previous experiment broke the table and even left a hole in the floor. There's a danger that will happen again if we successfully reproduce the discharge phenomenon, so unfortunately, we'll have to leave it on the floor for now. So, you haven't tampered with the microwave at all? I point to the X68000. There's code on the screen. It's in terminal mode now. We can change the factory settings like this. Make the microwave do things its manufacturer never intended. How was it set when the discharge phenomenon occurred? Nothing out of the ordinary. It was at factory settings. I'll take a banana. The bunch of bananas only has 3 bananas left. Those are Mayori's. Oh, so I don't need your permission. Then I'll go buy new bananas tomorrow. Kurisu takes 1 banana from the bunch, squats down, and places it inside the phone wave, named subject to change. She begins to type on her phone. She pushes send and the phone wave, named subject to change, begins to turn backwards. After 120 seconds, the chime rings. Nothing happened. The banana's still in the microwave, unjellified. Ow! Kurisu yells as she tries to take out the banana and quickly draws back her hand. She starts blowing on her fingers. It's hot, meaning the microwaves functioned normally. This proves that the hidden function Mayori found wasn't a freezing function, but we knew that already. Undaunted, Kurisu throws in a new banana, and once again begins reverse rotation for 120 seconds. But the second banana warms up too. We can't reproduce the jellification phenomenon, much less send mail to the past. What does this mean? I guess what happened earlier was an irregularity after all. I don't know if it's an irregularity or not, but we ought to investigate the cause. I agree. We agree for once. But Kurisu's motivations and my motivations are probably the exact opposite. My assistant here wants to disprove my theory that the phone wave, named subject to change, is, in fact, a time machine. In the previous experiment, After spending 120 seconds in the phone wave, name subject changed, the banana teleported back to the bunch jellified. We should consider that it returned to its state 120 seconds before. Wrong. If it returned to its state 120 seconds before, it would be jellified. So she wants to say that because it was jellified, it didn't travel back in time. The chicken returned to its frozen state without jellifying. That logic is dubious. Sure, it ended up frozen, but did you examine the possibility that it might have jellified first? No, I didn't. I think Mayuri ate the refrozen chicken. Salt doesn't jellify. You mean nothing changed? After the discharge phenomenon occurred last time, we spent all night experimenting with cabbage, radish, rice, konjac, melon bread, crunchy kun, and a cup of noodles. Nothing happened. The same thing with liquids. On that day, our success rate took a 180-degree turn. Before the discharge phenomenon, everything succeeded. After the discharge phenomenon, everything failed. Is the microwave storing electricity? You said the jellified objects became fractal structures, right? Salt has a simple structure by nature, so maybe that has an effect. But how could electricity be related? Here, we should think under the assumption of time travel theory. No, it's not good to start thinking from the conclusion. We've already had several successful experiments. You can't deny that. I'm not especially concerned whether this thing is a time machine or not. To begin with, it's physically impossible for this tiny little microwave to produce energy equivalent to the Big Bang. Kurusu frowns deeply. We can't reproduce the discharge phenomenon, nor the fractalization. There should be a reason why. We haven't changed our methods. We haven't changed the settings. We haven't changed the experimental subjects either. There must be some other variable. Maybe it's the one who observes it. What do you mean by that? Quantum theory, the observer is an important element to the experiment. There were 4 of us here when the discharge phenomenon occurred last time, but before that occurred when Hashida-san was alone. Each time fractalization occurred, there were either 2 or 3 people observing. You and I each saw both phenomenon. In other words, the conditions haven't changed. In that case, there must be some other variable. It's on the tip of my tongue, and then I hear a rumbling sound from Kurusu's stomach. Hungry? Shut up, I haven't eaten anything since the lunch. Such a tsundere. Kurusu turns away as she looks at her watch. It's already 8? Just eat a banana. But only one of the 2 we just warmed. They are, after all, the fruits of our experiments. Or you could take something from our stock of cup of noodles. Don't want any? Well, since you've lived in America for so long, I guess you prefer fast food instead. Cup of noodles. What? I'll have cup of noodles. Cup noodles? What? Flavors. There's soy sauce flavor and chicken flavor. Chicken. She seems in the mood to eat. Also, do you have a fork? Okay. It's past midnight. At 8 o'clock, the 2 of us silently ate cup of noodles and warm bananas. Dado said he didn't want any, and ever since then, we've been examining the phone wave named subject to change. I've mainly focused on the terminal mode settings through the X68000. The programs Dado wrote are all wizard class, though, so I can't understand most of them. Whoa, a new angle of the office. Kurisu's been examining the AC adapter and the lab's electrical switchboard for a while, although we stopped her when she tried to disassemble them. It's early morning and she still shows no sign of leaving. Where is she staying anyways? She's been in Japan for 1 or 2 months, and she didn't say she was going back to America this month. And she did say she was going back to America this month. Blah, 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 blah. The trains aren't running this late, so I guess she might not be able to leave even if she wants to. In that case, why didn't she leave before the train stopped? Don't tell me she plans to stay. No girls have ever stayed over at the lab. Mayuri has a curfew, so she always goes back home to Akebukuro. Daru and I frequently stay here, though it's not an exaggeration to say we live here half the time. Maybe it's normal for American girls to stay overnight in labs. Christina, is it okay for you to stay here this late? Perhaps you should contact your family. No need. What? Do your parents let you do what you want? Kurisu turns to me and sighs. I haven't seen my father in several years. My mother's in America. I'm living in a hotel right now. Understand? What? Living in a hotel? Well, true, renting an apartment for just a month is absurd, but... You damn celebrity. If you're American, then you should at least use a motel instead of a hotel, right? What? I'm not American, and there aren't any motels in the heart of Tokyo. What sort of hotel? What do you mean? It's a normal hotel. In Ocha no Mizu. Ocha no Mizu? Then you can walk there from here, can't you? Sure. I see. That's why she's so flexible with her schedule. I finally understand. So, tell me about your father. Sorry? You said you haven't seen him in 7 years. Why do you care about my father? You're the one who mentioned him. Isn't that basically a hidden message saying, please give me some advice about my father, please? You're crazy. You're my assistant. I can't let my assistant have any worries, so please tell me everything that is on your mind. Kurisu pouts and says no more. Instead, she glares at me. She glares at the circuit box on the wall. What's wrong? I have nothing to say to you. Oh, I know. Your father was a hero, but then he fell to evil, and now he wears a black mask and a cape and goes, Hee-ho, right? And in the future, you two are destined to fight, and... I think I heard Chris's teeth grind. You're really mad at me, aren't you? Don't make fun. Kurisu doesn't look me in the eye, but her low voice tells me how mad she is. Of course, people's family issues like that. Of course, people's family issues like that. You're trampling on my heart. Could her father's situation be a landmine? Maybe I should apologize. I tried to think of the words, but before I can say anything... Hell yeah! Daru's war cry echoes through the lab. Did you get it? Daru, did you? Did you? We will find out. In the next episode! No! If you're enjoying this series and you want to see more Steins Gate or more from me, then please subscribe and do all that YouTube shit. And in the next video, we're going to see what Daru has discovered. See you then!